Eighth Gaza baby freezes to death as Israel kills 88 people in a day. Welcome to the Echoes of Governance, where we dive deep into the intricate world of politics, policies, and power. Here, we explore the reverberations of decisions made by governments, from historical legacies to contemporary shifts. Through in-depth analysis, thought-provoking discussions, and diverse viewpoints, we aim to uncover how governance shapes societies, impacts daily lives, and drives global change. Join us as we amplify the voices, ideas, and forces that echo through the corridors of power, and explore the political stories that matter most. Israeli forces have killed at least 88 Palestinians in a day across Gaza. They bombed the enclave more than 100 times in just 3 days, killing more than 200 Palestinians, with women and children making up a majority of the victims. Meanwhile, another baby in Gaza has died of hypothermia, the eighth such death amid the Israeli genocide in the enclave. Deadly Israeli attack on southern Gaza. Al Jazeera's correspondent on the ground in the Strip reports that one person has been killed and others wounded in an Israeli drone attack on the town of Abbasan, east of the city of Khan Yunis. Israel kills 200 Palestinians in 3 days, overwhelming Gaza hospitals. Israeli attacks have killed more than 200 Palestinians across Gaza over the last 3 days as the military continues to hit residential buildings as well as people gathered in streets, marketplaces, and shelters. Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud, reporting from Deir el-Balah, said that although Israel claims it is targeting Hamas fighters, most of the victims are innocent people. We are seeing women and children making up the vast majority of casualties, he said. Palestinians mourn their relatives killed in the Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip, at Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir al-Balah, Sunday, Jan. 5, 2025. Palestinians mourn relatives killed in the Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip at Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir el-Balah. The dead body of a Palestinian lies under the rubble of a house hit in an Israeli strike, amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, in Gaza City, January 5. The body of a Palestinian lies under the rubble of a house hit by Israeli forces in Gaza City. A man reacts while carrying a wounded girl to Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital following Israeli army airstrikes in Deir al-Balah, central Gaza Strip, Saturday, Jan. 4, 2025. A man carries a wounded girl to Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital following Israeli air attacks in Deir el-Balah. A woman mourns her relatives who were killed by Israeli bombardment outside the Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir el-Balah in the central Gaza Strip on January 5. Family members mourn relatives killed in an Israeli attack outside. In case you're just joining us, here are the most recent developments. An eighth baby has died of hypothermia in Gaza as temperatures plummet amid Israeli military attacks. Mohammed Hijazi, a Palestinian writer, poet and journalist, was killed in an Israeli air strike in northern Gaza's Jabalia refugee camp, according to his family, taking the total number of journalists killed in the Israel-Palestine conflict. March 1 is the target date for the return of northern Israel residents to their homes, Israeli Army radio reports. An Israeli attack on the Nuseirat refugee camp in central Gaza has killed 5 Palestinians and injured many others, Al Jazeera Arabic reports. In 2024, Israeli forces destroyed 815 mosques and partially damaged another 151, the Palestinian Ministry of Religious Affairs. I refuse a cheap death. Israel kills Palestinian journalist in Gaza. A Palestinian writer, poet and journalist has been killed in an Israeli air strike in northern Gaza's Jabalia refugee camp, according to his family, taking the total number of journalists killed in the Israel-Palestine conflict since October 7, 2023. Mohammed Hijazi was among nearly 90 Palestinians slain in Israeli bombardment across the besieged territory in the last 24 hours, according to a Gaza Health Ministry statement on Sunday. Hundreds of people have been killed in the Jabalia camp since Israel imposed a military siege of northern Gaza on October 5 and intensified bombardment, forcing thousands to flee. Israel has prevented even aid groups from supplying basic food items to the area. I don't know if I will write to you again. I keep what I have written and am writing. Maybe it will come to light one day. I refuse a cheap death. I curse the murderer, Hijazi wrote on Facebook in August of last year. It was not immediately clear whether Hijazi was working for a specific media organization when he died. Digital War, Palestinian influencers documenting the conflict. Israel kills nearly 200 Palestinians in just 3 days. Israeli forces have killed nearly 200 Palestinians across Gaza in the past 3 days, many of them in residential areas. Children, including babies, are among those killed or injured. The Israeli army says it hit more than 100 Hamas sites as it intensified its operations across the enclave. Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud has more from Deir el-Bala in central Gaza. Israel's intense bombardment of Gaza kills nearly 200 Palestinians in just 3 days. Northern Israel residents may return home by early March, report. March 1 is the target date for the return of northern Israel residents to their homes, Minister Bezalel Smotrich and politician Ze'ev Elkin have said at a news conference, the Israeli Army radio reports. Israelis and the Lebanese had fled their homes following more than a year of cross-border attacks exchanged between Israeli forces and the Hezbollah group. Israel has violated the ceasefire agreement with Hezbollah dozens of times since it was implemented on November 27. Dear viewers, we really appreciate your support. I would like to remind you to subscribe to our and your YouTube channel for more updated echoes around. Drop your comment down.